Alright, welcome back to Black Lodge Trivia Night. This is Art, and we're continuing our Skyrim run. Last time... It's been a good one so far, I gotta say. I've been really enjoying this. And last time we... didn't get much accomplished in terms of the main story.
She keeps telling Lars and me what to do. I don't want to play with her anymore.
But what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a little bit of focus onto the main story for a little bit. I think what I was talking about last time was like, hey, maybe every session we try and bang out one main story quest, right? And I didn't do that last time, and I think maybe it's time we did that. System quest. Let's go to the quests. I think it's the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Yeah, so let's focus on that. Let's get out of here. And let's see if we can bang out a couple of these main story quests. So we've checked that box, and then we can get back into spelunking the world of Skyrim. I'm messing with some behind-the-scenes stuff, and so if you keep seeing me look over, that's where my OBS window is I'm paranoid because I was testing some stuff out and not sure how it's going to go. So far, so good. Going way up there. I don't think I've been to... Okay, so I'm going to go from Dead Man's Respite and then make our way over. Yeah, a lot of behind the scenes testing going on here. It involves some testing that I'm doing on my downstairs basement recording setting. And first and foremost, I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but there are some advantages. I switched cameras. So I've got two streaming cameras, so to speak. One is an A6400. The other is a ZV-10, both from Sony. I like Sony. You know, it's been good. So far, so good. But that's a nice touch. I feel like there's something right there. Is that like some kind of troll? My understanding is that they both have the same sensors. I don't know if that makes a difference. It means they should be good to go.
The mercy you speak to a vigilant of Stendar. Cavort with any Daedra, and we will hunt you down. Yes, our order was founded after the Oblivion Crisis. We dedicate our lives to facing the threat of Daedra wherever they appear. We're quartered in the Hall of the Vigilant. Keeper Karset heads Skyrim's branch of our order there, providing healing and justice as needed.
All right.
He is the god of mercy, the patron of order and justice for all of Tamriel. We bring his compassion where none can be found, by cleansing all those who would offend his children. They are profane creatures with no hope of redemption. They lure innocents to their deaths and corrupt the souls of all they touch. And their heretical artifacts grant powers to mortals that wreak havoc across Tamriel. They must be destroyed or guarded to prevent temptation. And any other abominations that prey on mortals. Vampires, werewolves, witches. But the Daedra are the worst. Their callous disregard for our lives is abhorrent in the eyes of the God of mercy.
Okay.
Stendar be with you.
Daedra is a big part of the lore, obviously, and it's, getting a little bit of backstory there. So yeah, there's a lot of so right now I'm using the A6400 to record my dumb face. It's doing 4K 30 just like the ZV-10 does, which again I've heard they have the same sensor, so most things about them should be identical. The ZV-10 is geared more towards video vlogging, and the way it does that is like there's no like little eye viewfinder, there's just the screen. So that's one reason why it's meant more for video. I'm gonna follow this road. Maybe I'll stop at Morthal. Looks like that's a city, at least to get it sort of on my radar. Yeah. The ZV-10, I think, has better in-camera stabilization. I don't know if the A6400 has any.
Walk away, now. You're interfering with official Thormod business.
Oh, this is a prisoner transport, so you can...
Walk away, now.
So you can free the prisoner.
If you know any true sons and daughters of Skyrim, tell them to head to Windhelm. Ulfric Stormcloak wants to see
Walk
them.
away, now.
See if they'll let me
It
talk to
doesn't
them.
concern you, citizen. This doesn't concern you, citizen. I am a Thormod justiciar on important business that you are interfering with.
Okay, what are you doing in Skyrim?
We're making sure your emperor wasn't
interfering
lying
with
to his
official
elven
Thormod
masters
business
when he
now.
agreed the empire would give up false gods and foolish beliefs. Now go away.
You're dead. I'll see you burn. Do your worst. This is you want.
Foolish human, your time is at end.
I need to... Can I heal? Potion of health, do I have anything else? Not much, but I did it. Okay. I think I might be rocking Elven Light Armor. Let me... Yeah. Get some healing going, maybe get my restoration skill up a little bit. I was hoping he wouldn't take off, but I guess, what are you gonna do? Anyway, what jumped out at me about that conversation was the Emperor of Skyrim, you know, hadn't lied to his elven masters. Like, that part, you know, I don't know the story and the lore very well. I would not have expected that bit of information to be a part of it. Dude, you're okay, we can talk. But you're not okay because there's spiders now. So yeah, step one, switch my cameras. ZV-10 is now downstairs in the basement because the viewfinder's a little easier to work with given the arrangement. Everything is set up. Here, you know, the ZV-10 flips out to the side. This one flips up to the top. Up to the top was actually not working super well for various reasons. Doesn't matter. But again, the sensors are supposed to be the same, so I don't think that matters at all. In terms of quality. The other one has in-camera stabilization, which... Oop, why are they all... don't think I'm gonna make it. Let's try that again, because that was a disaster. I want the map. So I don't know if there's something about the area, like, are there different factions working within the different areas, and that's what threw me off? I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, so I switched the cameras. I, also messed with OBS. I wanted to see if there was a way to record full frame camera and also game footage camera and game footage. Now the trick with what I used to do is I used to run 2 instances of OBS. But if I was using, I think, and maybe I was doing this wrong, but if I was using the camera like full frame in one instance of OBS, it wouldn't show up as like that overlay on the game footage. They just run into the water and drown. Or the mud crab's getting him. See the mud crabs over there. So I don't know. I don't know what I might have been doing wrong, but that's what was going on. And maybe there's a way to get around it. Now there's a plugin that lets you record multiple sources at the same time, but there's also a way to do it where you don't need any plugins, which is you just make...
You speak to a vigilant of...
I'm just gonna bang through this real quick.
We're quartered in the hall of the vigilant. He
just because last time I updated my
his
map.
Compassion. They are and their heretical artifact. And then but the Daedra are the worst. Their callous disregard for our lives is abhorrent in the eyes of the God of mercy.
But the other thing you can do, and you know, this is what I often do if I need to do, oh shit, in editing, I'll just make a giant, sort of canvas, you know, so my canvas is, you know, 4K, but twice as wide. So it's, you know, it's 2160 up down, but left right it's 3,840 times 2, which is going to be 7680, something like that. And so what you do with that is you put my dumb face on the right side, you put the gameplay and everything else on the left side, and you know, you just set up a scene using other scenes and blah blah blah, so that OBS isn't getting jammed up having the camera feed go to one, and again, maybe there's a way to get around this, and have the camera feed go to the other. Like, I wasn't figuring that out, and I was just kind of curious, is there a way? So I wanted to do a test, and I'm doing it now, and maybe right here, I'll switch, put a little marker there, just so I know to do it. And, yeah, I wanted to see how it worked. And when I started doing tests, I started getting, GPU overload errors, so that so there's the prison. I don't know if they're waiting for me to get close to trigger it. Now they don't look like elves, they look like different kinds of guards. They look like Imperial guards. So then, you know, I switched, you know, a bunch of different settings within OBS just to see, and the one that I'm a little nervous about is the spiders, yeah. Ooh, didn't take him out in one shot. Is I went from, it's the P settings, you know, it's like the quality, you can go like P0 to P7, and P7 is like insanely good, and P5 is like slow but better quality. And I'm trying this on P4, so I dropped it down one P setting from P5 to P4, so now it's like a good balance, but I'd prefer So I'm wondering if these guys were activated last time because I had, I attacked guards so close to the town. And so I'm kind of curious, does P5 to P4 matter? Because that seemed to be the main thing Morthal discovered. And then the other thing is I switched encoders from like H.265 or whatever. I'm recording in AV1 because my hope is that I can go with a lower bitrate without losing quality. So like if I'm doing 200,000 kilobits per second or whatever, which is probably overkill, with AV1 could I do 125 and still have it,
What's the Jarl going to do about it?
How are we supposed to feel safe in our own homes?
Please, enough already. I have told Ygritte of your concerns. She'll look after you all. Please, go about your business.
We've no need for wizards in our midst.
Morthal has enough problems as it is.
It's no use. Let's get back to it then.
I'm the best warrior in Morthal. Oh, well, a bit of this, a bit of that. They haven't made me a guard, even though I've been asking. So I'll take odd jobs, anything that comes along for now.
Best warrior in Morthal, huh?
You want me to prove it? I bet 100 gold I can take you, bare-handed.
No thanks.
Milk drinker.
Oh, shit. Okay. Just gonna start throwing around milk drinker, huh? All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm starting to get detracted again. I want to get the death bell just because I know that could be useful in crafting. But yeah, so I wanted to see like a couple of things. Like, did the P5 to P4 drop matter? Did going with AV1 help at all? I don't know. It's still going to be a lower bitrate, but I know AV1 might need more resources to encode, but it's a lower bit. I have no idea. All I know is that whenever I was trying it with P5, everything would just not work. Didn't matter if I changed bit rates. The P5 to P4 was definitely the magic setting. Yeah, let's keep following the road and then we'll hook around with the river. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I think in the end it's not going to matter. I have a feeling because once everything gets crushed down by YouTube, it does not matter. The thing is, I was trying to, I mean, like, with anything, if you do this kind of thing, like, the goal is to have it as uncrushed as possible before you start crushing it with YouTube compression or exporting or anything like that, right? In a perfect world, I'd be doing like ProRes 4444X or whatever.
Is there any way you'd rather spend the day than drinking Honningbrew mead?
Hail,
Honningbrew
friend.
mead
It's
with
good
a
to
winch
see
on
another
each arm.
merry soul enjoying this fine day. But you
I'd
look
rather
tired.
have 2 bottles
Come,
of mead
share
than
a bottle
2
of
wenches,
Honningbrew
friend.
mead with me.
Why's that?
The meads won't argue your ear off about which
Okay,
one
so-
to go first.
Are they trying to get me here? Perhaps you'd like to share this black. Let's see if they'll take one of my drinks.
Blackbriar? How dare you shove that swill in my
Oh.
face? I'd rather drink mammoth drool. Blackbriar mead? What are you trying to do? Poison me?
Oh, sorry, man.
Yes?
Oh, they're not going to give me a second chance. All right.
I don't talk to people who drink that Blackbriar.
Ooh, damn. All right. Okay, so I was a little nervous. I didn't know what they're going to be doing. So I guess that's it for there. Anyway, so my impression is that in the end it won't matter at all. The question then, what I'll decide is like, am I actually putting the full frame camera to use at all? Like, is it proving to be useful in terms of, you know, YouTube Shorts or anything like that. And if the answer is no, just found something, then I'll just go back to what I was doing and who cares. But I wanted to do, I've always wanted to figure this out. And I don't care about looking over the plugin. I think this is going to be a mine. Looking over the plugin, maybe this has been worked out, but it has a warning on its OBS download page, like, hey, there might be like crackling audio and like this and that. I'm like, no, I can't. You know, because that's something I might not know happens until I'm done with the recording and checking it. So I can't be having that. So yeah, so we'll see. And then, you know, a lot of other behind the scenes, like, I don't know how much I've changed since the last recording. I probably could have checked before I start, but like at the time of my last recording, I don't know if I had a microphone on its way from Sweetwater that was taking like a month to get here. It finally got here, and you know, it's going to sound exactly the same, but what it allows me to do is, again, it allows me to have the exact same microphone both upstairs and downstairs, which is, you know, was proven to be my favorite mic. And then what I need to do is I need to set it up so that I can use basically the exact same audio processing on both, because basically I want both of them to sound exactly like this. And so the trick to that is I'm going to need a little bit more Rode gear. I'm going to give a second chance to the Rode Streamer X, because it's cheaper than getting a full Rode Caster Duo, which could be an option, but I just, you know, I'm broke. And so I've been selling a bunch of stuff to do what I can. The job front, you know, I don't know when this goes out, what will have occurred, but at the time of this recording, you know, like, it's going okay. Like, I'm not going to jinx anything. There's no guarantees, but I've at least made some progress in different directions. So, you know, we'll see how any of those play out. Yeah, and then I swapped lenses. Now, I think this is going to be, I don't know if this is going to be the best call. But again, to make it easier, what I decided was I was going to trade hopefully a very minuscule amount of quality downstairs for a little more ease. Oh, the other thing, the ZVE, whatever the camera is, the one thing it might do that the A6400 might not, they can both like sort of super sample. Like when you shoot 4K, they might be shooting 6K and downscaling a little bit. The ZV-10 or whatever might do it in both 24 and 30 frames per second at 4K, where the A6400 might only do it at 24. I don't know if that's true though. And I'd rather shoot 30 frames per second for this. I'd rather shoot 60, but I don't have that tech. So I don't need that feature so much here. I need it more downstairs where I might be showing something that's text-based or a board game. So finer detail matters, where here's just my dumb face. So a lot of stuff like that. Yeah, a lot of stuff like that. I'm also shooting, like, you know, my face at 4K 30. That might not be necessary for what I'm doing. But I wanted to see if I could do it. I wanted to see what it took to set this all up. And then also, you know, downstairs, you know, I'm able to record on a Mac. So it might be easier to do
Time to end this.
4K 30.
Think you're bleeding.
But with like ProRes formats, like a high res whatever, because it's a Mac, it's got acceleration for it. So I've got to do some testing with that. Like I might be able to shoot ProRes 422 HQ at 4K downstairs. So, you know, it's there. So it's a lot of, and then, you know, messing with, you know, DaVinci Resolve, you know, does it make a difference to throw a little sharpening on it? You know, and the answer was, yeah, it did help a little bit, but you don't want to overdo it because then it looks weird, you know? So it's like figuring that out. Maybe a little color correction can bring out detail, like a little contrast or something, you know, stuff that I wasn't doing before that, you know, I'm realizing might not take that long and could make a bit of a difference. So I've been spending a lot of time, you know, also trying to learn a bunch of stuff in DaVinci Resolve. Yeah, it looks like these guys might have been jumped. It looks like a bandit group here, but they might have been jumped by the necromancers. So we'll see. So yeah, it's just been a lot of stuff like that. And then also realizing, like, you know, in the last one I was like, you know, I'm not getting the best edges on the background removal, but that's because, you know, I was making it work too hard. You know, I have, you know, again, as you saw when I switched, I have a blue screen, and it's not that I'm lighting it properly, but just having that blue screen there has made the background removal so much more effective, which is obvious, and I should have thought of it, I just didn't. So again, a lot of I said it a million times and across different things, a lot of this for me is trying to figure out, like, learning, right? I love figuring that stuff out. You know, I went on a rabbit hole deep dive on, like, how to remove, like, green screen. Is it on? Yeah, okay, I should have just took the shot. And, you know, there's simple ways to do it, but, like, I was like, oh, but, like, how would, like, a more professional person do it? And the answer is it's not, you know, there's multiple steps and you gotta sort of know what you're doing, but if you sort of know what you're doing, you're like, oh yeah, I think this did come out a little better, you know? So it's been a lot of fun learning all this stuff. A lot of fun. Which I know is, I mean, well, obviously, like, I was about to say it's super nerdy, but obviously, given what the nature of all this, oh, look at this. I'm super nerdy, so. So we'll see. Anyway, it's just, yeah, a lot of learning, a lot of, like, it's one of those things where I, you know, I've said it before, but I feel like I'm getting closer to being done, you know, like I've got things set up the way I got them set up. And I don't have to touch anything. So I just need to do a little more tests on the footage in the basement to see, like, what can I do to make that. Oop. What am I doing? So yeah, if I can, you know, lock in the audio with the road stuff, basement, and if I can just tweak video to get as much sharpness as I think I can get out of it, I think then I've got I got like lenses that I like. They might not be the best, but they're more versatile, so it makes it a little easier to do things. Because what I was running into was in the basement, like, my lens might not be wide enough. So if I'm doing like a bigger board game, and that might show up here if I ever try like the Skyrim adventure game or whatever. You know, I want to be able to like show as much as I want to be able to show, and what was happening was I'd, you know, move my camera up as high as I can go because I have a pretty low ceiling in the room I'm currently using. And it wouldn't be high enough for certain things. So I was like, okay, but now I've got like a much wider lens, but I couldn't afford to have, you know, 3 different primes or something like that, right? So I got like a 10 to 18 zoom from Sigma. I'm sure it's not as sharp as like if I got like a 12 millimeter or whatever prime, but it's a little more flexible. And that's, you know, it's really just about like, can I make all this a little more flexible, a little bit more just, you know, zoom the camera in for the differing sizes of the board game and go. And I guess we'll see. So yeah, there's a little bit of work left to do still on the audio. And my hope is, because my understanding is that because it's all road, even though the literal interface is not the same as Rodecaster Duo, my hope is that I can copy the settings, because it uses like virtual software to basically do the mixing board. And if I can basically copy the settings, my hope is that I basically if it's not 100% perfect, that's fine. But my hope is that it's basically the same. Shit, I didn't get that. There we go. Yeah. Pretty close. I'd be pretty happy with pretty close. I actually have a Roland Bridgecast 1. Ooh, shoot. I had a lot of luck with the Roland Bridgecast. The Bridgecast 1. Don't think it's the cables. I've swapped cables. I've tried a couple of different things. I get a hiss in the audio, even when I'm using, you know, noise gates or whatever. It's like I've got yeah, just like just a little something. And I thought maybe it was the environment, so I brought it up here because I'm able to get, you know, pretty quiet recordings here without any hiss, without needing any like any processing to, you know, you can add that in post, but so it's a lot of stuff like that. Which is a shame, and I don't know if it's just because, you know, it's a real, you know, in a good way, it's like it's a nice budget device that, again, the Bridgecast, the main one, worked great. I haven't seen everything up here yet. Do I go back? Kind of want to. Nope. Not sure what just did that. Did I hit a trap of some kind and I I'm guessing that must be it, but I just don't know. Nope. It seems trivial, but like, you know, the equipment stuff, sure, like 8 gold here, 4 gold there is nice to pick up, but the potions, the skill, make it worth the while. So, anyway, yeah, I haven't gotten any error messages yet in almost 40 minutes of recording. Okay, if this is the door, I have a feeling this is going to be some... like how you return to the entrance to make it easier to get out of here kind of thing. Okay, so I think, yeah, I think I've done what I can. So apologies for all that rambling. I know, again, like, I do video stuff for a living. If I should be so fortunate to get the chance to do it again. You know, that's been my job. I would love for it to continue to be my job, in some capacity. So, you know, I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to figure stuff out. And then, you know, from there, you know, the next step, now that we'll see how this recording goes again, is like, do I use the full frame camera shot enough to justify the resources? Do I not notice any downgrading in quality from P5 to P4? So then, in that sense, why not do it? And then the interesting thing is, now I get why you do a 2 PC streaming setup. So if I could have one just doing the double wide 4K recording, and that was the only thing the GPU was doing, I bet like 3060, I don't know, something like that might hack it, because that's all it's doing. And then you run the game. Oh, this is very cool. You know, so then it raises the question, like, what do you need for that? You know, if you had like a juiced up like M4 Mac Mini, like some extra RAM, could that cut it? You know, you get the game footage over somehow. This looks like a trap of like some kind of fire. So that then becomes the question, like, you know, because what I'm curious about is, like, I don't know if, like Skyrim's, you know, it's an older title. Like, if I suddenly pulled out Dragon's Dogma 2, do I suddenly, you know, like, forget it? So essentially, and like, you know, like if you start to like doing DLSS and like what can you get away with on a single setup with, I have a 4080. Nice. He even popped him off the walkway to be able to search his body, although I think this might be how we get upstairs, maybe? Maybe not. You know, and then also, like, you know, then you get into the DaVinci Resolve stuff. Like, I was saying this in Lord of the Rings online stuff, but, you know, I don't know when this feature was introduced, and maybe I just missed it for a while, but DaVinci Resolve audio has ducking. I don't have to bake it into the file anymore in OBS. You know, again, because what I was saying is, like, you know, you want to have as clean an original file as possible. Now, the ducking I might still need for if I were to stream, like doing it into the file, but then I, you know, like, could I get a clean audio? Probably not. All right, so we've got that, which will drop down and light the oil on fire, but why? And that's why. Okay. Very nice. I love that shit. Again, like, is it simplistic maybe in its execution? Yeah, I guess. Am I filling in a lot of details in my head? Probably. Was it great? Absolutely. I loved it. Okay, this might be a return. And then the last thing, you know, ducking and audio, like, and then the last thing is I want to revisit my DaVinci export setting. This is amazing. Again, I feel like I'm missing some stuff here, but maybe it's down and coming back around. I don't know. Oh, that I missed? Oh, man. gonna take care of themselves for me. I'll take it. Nice. Now, I don't know what my... Alright, so I feel like this was sort of like a hidden area. You couldn't have gotten to it without crossing the beams up top here. I've said it before, I think in different places, I don't know where, I love warhammers. I don't know, not two-handed warhammers. Going back to the old Middle-earth role-playing game, Rolemaster, I'm sorry. Was it Rolemaster from Iron Crown Enterprises? Big fan. If you're min-maxing, it's not the best. You know, there are better one-handed weapons in most RPGs. For some reason, I've always been a fan. I feel like I've covered most of it. There's a potion down here I'll grab. Now, is this the one where I saw, like, I might be confusing this and a quest in Lord of the Rings Online where somebody saw a face in a waterfall. I think that's Lord of the Rings Online in a session I was running. I'm actually sort of behind in my Lord of the Rings Online sessions, but, recording of this, the servers are down, so even though I don't know how many chunks I'm gonna have to break this up into, I figured why waste it? Get something good going. All right. Okay. Some elemental arrows. I don't know if they are trying to give me a hint, but take them nonetheless. That could be another dragon word of power. Nice. They'd become ethereal. Still don't remember what the quest is, though. Retrieve the horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Okay. Now, is that something we're going to need to put into action in order to accomplish that? I don't know if these ancient Nord arrows are better or worse than what I've been using, but I think I'm starting to run low on those, so this might be a good... just a way to stock up on, like, the everyday arrows. Maybe I'm going to need to use that Become Ethereal to sort of ghost walk through the gate there. You know, with the dual PC, you know, I'd want to figure it out. I would need something kind of smallish, though, because of my set. So that's why I was looking at the... not looking. That's why I thought of the M4 Mac Mini. If you could just jazz it up a little. That's something I could save up for. Okay. Nope. I was wondering... okay, let me just see if I... yeah. That's what I was looking for. Nice. Am I shooting iron arrows? Did I run out of the other ones? Let's go to my equipment and take a look. Items, weapons. Got 5 ebony arrows, but that seems like a waste. Let's unequip those. And let's switch to the Ancient Nord. I'll favorite these as well. Let's switch to a steel dagger. Somebody already take it? Ooh. Dragonborn, I need to speak to you urgently. Rent the attic room at the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood, and I'll meet you. Signed, a friend. Interesting. Alright. I have a feeling there's going to be 2 sides to this Dragonborn calling. All right, it's a nice touch, so you don't feel like you leave empty-handed. They give you a little treasure, a little coin. Riverwood, okay. Okay, the assumption was, I think, correct, where that got us out there. So I feel like I've kind of covered this. I maybe missed some things in the other area, who knows. We're gonna head out. I can remember how to get out. All right. Interesting thing, I get fed a lot of stuff in the YouTube. algorithms, and some of them, when I started looking up Skyrim stuff, it's like there's a lot of advantage to resting that I didn't know about. I know you get like statuses, but I didn't know what the statuses did. And a lot of them are like XP boosts. And if you like have your spouse with you, you get a boost for that, and you get some other boost for something else. It's yeah, just something I didn't know before. And I get why people play this game for 15 years and 8,000 hours. There's probably tons of stuff that you can discover. Okay, so the Sleeping Giant Inn in Riverwood. Especially once you get comfortable modding everything. I think Riverwood's where we started, right?
Wait, so a costume? You're not serious.
Sure I am.
What are you staring at?
Paint them white.
Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers.
All right, I was told to get the attic room, so we'll do that.
Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home.
Okay, so I don't know if that was like a code?
So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
Interesting, okay.
Close the door. Now we can talk.
Whoa, all right. I like this.
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right.
So you're the one who took the horn?
Surprised? I guess I'm getting pretty good at my harmless innkeeper act.
What's with all the cloak and dagger?
You can't be too careful. Thalmor spies are everywhere.
All right. What do you want with me?
I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out.
All right, go on. I'm listening.
Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you.
Okay. Why'd you take the horn from Ustengrav?
I knew the Greybeards would send you there if they thought you were Dragonborn. They're nothing if not predictable. When you showed up here, I knew you were the one the Greybeards sent, and not some Thalmor plant.
And why are you looking for the Dragonborn?
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul?
Yes, that's, you know what, yeah, why not?
Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough.
Okay, so why are you looking for a Dragonborn?
We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul.
Alright, so you said the Thalmor are after you.
Yes, we're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn.
Okay, so what's the part you're not telling me?
Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it.
What makes you think dragons are coming back to life?
I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty. And I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Alright, so how'd you figure all this out?
You should know. You got the map for me from Bleak Falls Barrow. The Dragonstone was a map of ancient dragon burial sites. I've looked at which ones are now empty. The pattern is pretty clear. It seems to be spreading from the southeast, down in the Gerals near Riften. The one at Kynesgrove is next, if the pattern holds.
Okay, so where are we headed?
Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it.
Alright, let's go kill the dragon.
I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready. That's better. Let's get on the road to Kynesgrove. Orgnar, I'm traveling. You... the inn till I get back.
Right. Happy trails.
Okay, now Riften's a long way. I wonder if there's...
Kynesgrove is this way. We can travel together or split up and meet there. Your choice.
I was gonna say, I don't think I've, yeah, I took this mountain pass over to... I can get to Iverstead. I don't know if it's any closer. So real quick, okay, so I feel like these are the two quests. So let's see, you know, if I bang out a Blade in the Dark and then can use that to complete the other one.
Moving. Should have picked somebody else for your dinner. I've got one. Come on.
She's not messing around. Yeah, so that'll be the two story quests for this to check off. music is just beautiful. I know the controversy, but the music is truly beautiful. I love the music in this game. I'm just gonna keep going. I assume the split up and meet there was about fast traveling. Another prisoner exchange. I'm going to let them...
This is none of your concern, citizen.
Yep, no, I'm going to keep walking. Is that Whiterun? Am I coming back around? Okay, yeah.
Come on, get up! Oh, hello there. I did notice you come up. I was focusing my magicka. Or at least I thought I was. I don't really know what I'm doing.
That's quite that's quite a staff you have there.
I used to think so too. See, my grandfather was a wizard. My father wouldn't talk about it much. But I found some of his things in the attic, including this staff. After that, I thought I was turning into a wizard too, because dead things near me would come to life again for a while. I even went to the College of Winterhold. They just laughed at me. The magic is in the staff, not in me, they said.
Okay. Let me see. Give me the staff before someone gets hurt. Let me see if I can talk him into it. I don't want to intimidate.
Nah, I don't think so. This should work. I've done it before. Or at least I thought I was. I don't really know what I'm doing.
I'm not going to be rude. Let me stick with that.
I think so too. All right then. Or at least I thought I was. I don't really know what I'm doing.
All right. I was seeing if I could
then.
recycle that conversation and maybe buy it from him, but I wonder if at some point that's going to come back to burn him.
Should have picked somebody else for your dinner. Stay alert. They may not have gone far. I doubt the Thalmor are aware of you yet, so we should be safe from them at least.
I wonder if that's a way to cheese, oh, that elk just took off. I was trying to hide from the wolves. But it seemed like I hid from her for a hot minute, and that boosted my... Now, I have been here on some of my previous playthroughs, because I remember, for whatever reason, I love the idea of this fortress.
We can't afford any delays.
The idea, like, there's bandits, you know, above the water, and, you know, just like the long-range assault on this place, I sticks very strongly in my memory. Now, did she take a high road? I'm gonna skip it for now because we're on a mission. Again, like, you know, my goal with, you know, trying to check off one story mission each session just means when I decide that's what I'm doing, I need to be, that's what I'm doing. I need to sort of lock in on that a little bit and sort of like set a timer in a way of one quest where I don't let myself get distracted by all the things on the side. Now, depending on how long it takes to do that quest, like say it takes me 45 minutes to bang out the story quest, like then the other 2.5, 3 hours, whatever, go nuts. I give myself permission to go off the beaten trail. There we go. Up the night. Now this is right. This is just leaving money on the table, so I need to mine this real quick. But like taking down that fortress or something that I very much enjoyed, I'm gonna save that for another time.
We'll cross the White River and follow it to Windhelm. Then we can swing south to Kynesgrove.
Nice, all right. One video that I saw sort of posited an interesting theory, and I'm never going to remember the videos, and I apologize.
Look out. We can't afford any delays.
So I apologize to anyone, you know, who's like, hey, no, that was my video. And I'm sure a number of different people have said it in a number of different videos, but one person said, like, hey, you know, you're not trying to... it's better to play this game multiple times.
Remember, looking for trouble. We need to get to Kynesgrove as fast as we can.
You know, and on those other playthroughs, just, you know, don't do the main story if you don't want to. Because they said that if you avoid that initial dragon fight that kicks off the main story quest right outside of Whiterun, you don't really trigger the dragon, so to speak. And they're just like, you know, don't turn this game into a checklist, which is what I tend to do, which is probably why I fade off of it after 15, 20 hours or so, and the multiple times I've tried to play
There's
it.
an inn at Kynesgrove, the Braidwood. I hear they serve a nice dark ale. Nothing from the Sleeping Giant, of course.
And so they're just like, you know, just, you know, pick something that you want to do, like become a thief, become a mage, and play the game that way for as long as it's fun. And then don't feel like you have to, with the same character, pivot and, start a second career or anything. Just, enjoy the game, explore the mechanics.
We can't. Should have picked somebody else for your dinner.
Just airball. Which, is not necessarily how I would play a game. I'm really bad about replaying games. Except for Souls games, yeah, they're really easy. Like, even Elden Ring, as much as I love that, like, part of me is like, oh, I'd love to play that again, but then the thought of replaying that one might be a little much. Unless I was like, trying out like the start to finish co-op mod or something. That would be interesting, but like sometimes I'm like, oh, Divinity Original Sin 2 was really interesting in some ways, or the first one in particular, but then I'm just like, yeah, but I don't want to do the whole thing. And something I'm a little nervous about with this is that sometimes once I finish the main quest, even if I have like a million other things I could do, I tend to be like,
willing to trust me. I know it probably wasn't the best way to introduce myself, but old habits,
So, yeah, it's, there is a part of me that wants to somehow make sure I strike a balance, because I really want to explore this game. But I also don't know if I want to do it for 500 hours. And I don't want to trap myself the way I keep trapping myself, where I never see what the story is that they have on offer. Even though I know that's not usually the most important part of these games. Another tip was making sure you
I really do. But we'll find out soon enough.
If you are going to like sort of shift your playstyle around, remember to go...
Keep a sharp lookout. We can't afford any delays.
Activate one of the different standing stones. Like, the one I have right now is good for me because it helps me accelerate the leveling of my thief kind of stealth archer skills, which is what I'm looking to do. But if I suddenly started going in a different direction, she gets it. Check off the place so we can fast travel. Yeah. Make sure you go activate a different standing stone and enjoy the benefits. So, a couple of mixed messages, but it was just, again, like, it's interesting to...
This is Kynes Grove. Not much to look at. The innkeeper ought to be able to tell us if there's any dragon mound nearby.
It's just interesting to, people as they've sort of spent the time with the game and sort of internalized enough of it to have thoughts.
Wait. Something's wrong.
You don't want to go up there! A dragon! It's attacking!
The dragon's attacking Kynes Grove.
Well, I don't know. Not yet. It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Come on, hurry. We might be too late.
I almost forgot to quick save. Maybe it would have quick saved it when I had that conversation or something.
Lorcan's eyes! Look at that big bastard! Keep your head down. Let's see what it does.
Salokunir, Zil Grotova Ursa.
Steady. I don't know what's happening. Let's watch and wait. This is worse than I thought.
Alduin Thuri, Boantid Vokri Has Rixejun Kuzik. Ge Salokunir, Kalimir. Volusai Dovakin, Zuu, Korav Mid Nol Dove Du High. You do not even know our tongue, do you? Such arrogance, to dare take for yourself the name of Dova. Salokunir, Kri Dar Jur.
Did you hear that?
Sure did. So it sounds like we weren't really hiding from...
This one's mine.
I am Salokunir. Hear my voice and despair.
I could use a hand here.
Trying.
My voice has been silent for too long.
This one's mine. I'll be damned. You did it! Wait, something's happening. God's above! So you really are... It's true, isn't it? You really are Dragonborn. I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back.
Okay, who are you and what do you want with me?
I'm one of the last members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn Emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them.
Okay, what do you know about the dragons coming back?
Not a damn thing. I was just as surprised as you to find that big black dragon here.
I've seen that dragon before, the one that got away.
Really? Where?
It was the one that attacked Helgen when Ulfric escaped from the Imperials.
Interesting. Same dragon. Damn it, we're blundering around in the dark here. We need to figure out who's behind it all.
Okay, so the Blades I always thought were an interesting faction. Not that I remember too much about them, so let's hope she fills this in.
Exactly. Nobody even remembers our name these days. We used to be known across Tamriel as the protectors of the Septim Emperors. Those days are long gone, though. For the last 200 years, we've been searching for the next Dragonborn to guide and guard, as we are sworn to do. But we never found one, until now.
Okay, what's our next move?
The first thing we need to do is figure out who's behind the dragons. The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, they'll know who is.
Okay, just remind me who are the Thalmor.
The faction that rules the Aldmeri Dominion. The ones who almost destroyed the Empire during the Great War 30 years back. There's no worse enemy to humankind in Tamriel. The Empire barely survived the last war. The Thalmor don't intend to lose the next one.
Okay, what makes you think the Thalmor are bringing dragons back?
Nothing solid, yet. But my gut tells me it can't be anybody else. The Empire had captured Ulfric. The war was basically over. Then a dragon attacks, Ulfric escapes, and the war is back on. And now the dragons are attacking everywhere, indiscriminately. Skyrim is weakened. The Empire is weakened. Who else gains from that but the Thalmor?
Okay, so we need to find out what the Thalmor know about the dragons. Any ideas?
If we could get into the Thalmor embassy, it's the center of their operations in Skyrim. Problem is, that place is locked up tighter than a miser's purse. They could teach me a few things about paranoia.
Okay, so how do we get into the embassy?
I'm not sure yet. I have a few ideas, but I'll need some time to pull things together. Meet me back in Riverwood. If I'm not back when you get there, wait for me. I shouldn't be long. Keep an eye on the sky. This is only going to get worse.
Nice. Okay, so we completed a Blade in the Dark. We got a key to a secret door. We started diplomatic immunity. Now the question is... we can return the horn now, I think. And that will have completed 2 story quests. So let's see... map. So yeah, we want to meet back in Riverwood for part of the quest, but then where was the other... there we go. Let's go back to High Hrothgar.
You've retrieved the horn of Jörgen Windcaller. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting force. Da, which means push. With all 3 words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. You have completed your training, Dragonborn. We would speak to you. Stand between us and prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready.
Lindra Grossis Saran Strundul Vothi Ala Glov Ran Now
Dovahkiin. You have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through unscathed. High Hrothgar is open to you.
Okay. Now it says it's open to me, which I wonder... Everything was listed as steel, now it's not. Not that it matters, but it sounds like that's... So I recall the blades in my mind had something to do with the story in Oblivion. They were sort of like the Secret Service, sort of a secret spy organization that was charged with protecting the Emperor, which, if you know the beginning of Oblivion, doesn't 100% go according to plan. So, yeah, so that's why I was kind of curious. Like, they've always been like this sort of... My impression of them was that they're like this sort of shadow group that kind of answers pretty high up the food chain. And in my mind, you know, I've always been sort of fascinated with the mythological presentation of, like, say, the Knights Templar, like sort of like this sort of secretive organization that, you know, answered directly to the Pope, that did things that other people weren't privy to, and yada yada yada, and secretive, and did they walk off with a ton of treasure and all the conspiracies. I don't know if I necessarily believe them all, but I like that that romanticized, you know, plot-heavy version of them, and yeah. And so the blade sort of struck me a little bit like that. I don't know if that's actually a fair comparison, but that's, in my mind, that was part of why I always found them kind of interesting. I sort of romanticized them in the same way. So let's see what we got now for quests. We got Diplomatic Immunity. That's the next story quest. We don't need to do that at the moment. We've, you know, we can start... Nope. Screwed that up. We can start playing around with getting distracted. So let's toggle active. That's the Thieves Guild, so that could be interesting. Taking care of business. Let's get those two going and start from there. But what we'll do is we'll take a break here since we did the 2 story quests, and when we come back for a chunk, we'll just get distracted and mess around. So yeah, here we go. First break coming right up. Okay, we're back from our break. Yeah, let's start taking a look at maybe the Grey Cowl of Nocturnal. We need to go to the map. I assume it's all over here. I don't know if there's a way to remove that, but whatever. Okay, so I think it's mostly in Riften. Yeah, so let's head back, and let's start seeing what happens. The Thieves Guild stuff I've done before. I don't know if I went full... don't know if I went all the way to the end, but let's see. So I need to steal the land. Oh, I'm doing the other one. Okay, so I'm collecting debt, and there's ways I can sort of...
Svan, I heard that Sibby was put in jail. What happened?
They say he murdered someone. Something to do with Sweetie.
Come to think of it, I haven't seen Svenny in a while. Wait, he didn't.
No, it was Sweetie's brother.
Sibby some manners. Then I suppose I'd end up like Wolfa.
Grelka, can you repair boots?
Leather? If they're armored, you should talk to Balamund over at the Scorched Hammer.
Horker skin.
What did you want?
Why in
Okay. I have a message from Brynjolf.
What does he want now? I already explained to him that you can't get blood from a stone.
This isn't about money anymore.
Look, I can't make the coin appear out of thin air. Please, be reasonable. I'll pay next month.
You're worrying me. You look so...
We've run out of patience.
And so have I. What's the point of paying anyway? Your outfit can't even fend for itself. I could do better tossing the gold into the sewer. You can't scare me with your tough talk. I'm not paying you people a single coin.
Please. I'm just tired is all.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now the trick is the statue I need to steal is right here. But I don't know how to get these folks.
Blackbriar Meadery.
Hey,
I'll be back there in the morning.
Who are you to judge me?
Even those are becoming more infrequent.
Well, let's all raise a flagon to Ulfric, future king of Skyrim and bringer of poverty to the world.
Working at the Rift and Fishery is tough.
Ask all you want.
But it
You
put
can't
some
squeeze
coin in
blood
my
from a
pocket.
stone. Not in this part of the world, anyway.
Okay. Let me just double check the quest because I'm not sure. We didn't collect Helga's debt. How do I do that?
I'm off work at the Blackbriar Meadery. Like dark out? I'll be back there in the morning.
Why you?
Nope. All right.
Hey, Savannah. I hear you like dark elves. Perhaps I could show you what a real dark elf can do.
Hey, don't look at me that way.
Just
Who are
trying
you
to
to judge me?
Leave.
If you're ever in the market,
Okay, so that's there's that. Let's see. Okay, the Bee and the Barb is our next stop.
People of Riften, heed my words. The return of the dragons is not mere coincidence. This is one of the signs that Lady Mara is displeased with your constant inebriation. Put down your flagons filled with your vile liquids, and embrace the teachings of the Handmaiden of Kine.
No, Marimal. We talked about this. Talon?
Kirava, certainly we can come to some sort of an understanding. These people must be made aware of the chaos they've sown.
Enough, Marimal. We've all heard of the dragons and their return. There's no need to use them as an excuse to harass our customers.
Very well, Talon. I'll remove myself from this den of iniquity.
We're not kicking you out. Just keep the sermons at the temple and let us all sin in peace.
Okay, so let's see what the optional thing is here. It's either smash a dwarven urn or use Talon J to get to Kirava. Let's see. I have a feeling it's going to be that.
What do you want?
Ah, smell that fresh air? Truly, this is a...
All right, you mentioned you served some special drinks.
3, in fact. They're my own recipe. Brought them over here from my days as a bartender in Gideon. First is the Velvet LeChance, which is a mixture of blackberry, honey, spiced wine, and a touch of nightshade. Perfectly safe, I assure you. Second, we have the White Gold Tower, which is heavy cream with a layer of blended mead, lavender, and dragon's tongue on top. Last, and only for the bravest of souls, we have the Cliff Racer, which is firebrand wine, Cyrodiilic brandy, Flynn, and Sujama.
Okay, tell me about the Thieves Guild.
They're vermin. Garbage. They're exactly what makes this city such a horrible place to live. How appropriate they should live in the Ratway with the rest of the trash.
Okay, what's the Ratway?
Disgusting. Ruined sewers filled with goodness knows what. There's an entrance down by the canal, but I'd highly advise you to stay out of there. It's the Thieves Guild's territory.
All right. So what I was hoping is that the special drink would give me some leverage. Like, oh, you're putting skooma and everything. Okay, how'd you meet Kirava?
I met her when I wandered into Riften a few years ago. Been smitten with her ever since. In fact, I'm thinking of asking her to marry me. In Blackmarsh, tradition dictates we present a potential mate a unique wedding ring to represent our future bond. I already have the gold band, but all I need are 3 flawless amethysts to complete the setting.
Okay, I can find you those for you.
I was hoping you'd offer. I didn't think it was my place to ask such a favor of you. I thank you.
Tell me about the wedding ring.
Every Argonian wedding proposal band is supposed to have 3 flawless amethysts as part of their design. 2 of the gems, the ones on the outside, represent the couple to be married. 1 for the husband, 1 for the wife. The amethyst in the center represents the Hist, the entity that all Argonians consider a sacred part of our lives.
Okay. So let's see. I guess we're gonna help him get married, but then hopefully also have him help us out somehow? Okay. You might want to talk to me. Let's just cut to the chase.
With the rumors going around about how poorly your guild's been doing, she's become much too bold. I'm not that foolish. The last thing I want is a war with your people.
Okay, then help me convince her to pay.
Look, I'm only telling you this because I care for her. Don't mistake this as acceptance for what you do. Kirava has some family at a farm just inside of Morrowind. If you mention you know about it, she might just listen to you. Just please don't harm anyone. I couldn't bear the thought.
Okay.
If you'll excuse me, I have other things to attend to.
I am gonna go strong-arm the love of your life.
Here for a room or something to drink? Show me some coin first.
Okay, let's, before I turn this into pure ice, let's, what's the word around town?
Crime is an all-time high in this city thanks to the Thieves Guild. Don't we have enough problems with the war going on?
Now it's...
If it's true that the dragons have returned, what will it mean for all of us? Is this how it all ends? Mjol the Lioness used to adventure across Skyrim before she settled down in Riften. I hear it all ended when she lost her enchanted blade.
So it's not dark gray, so that's why I keep...
Riften's biggest exports used to be fishing and honey until the Blackbriar family moved in. Now the meadery is the biggest game in town. Sibby Blackbriar is furious that his ex-lover tried to murder him. He's leaving no stone unturned searching for her.
Okay.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left this bounty letter.
Kill the dragon located at Northwind Summit. Okay. Where can I learn about magic?
Head north to Winterhold. There's a college there. They teach magic. Most Nords don't care for them. Else you could go see the Jarl's wizard. Might be able to help you.
Okay, let's cut to the chase.
No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn.
I feel like they don't respect the authority. Maybe I should visit that farm in Morrowind.
How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them.
Then pay up and I'll forget about it.
Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
Ugh. Okay, I don't feel good about any of this, but what are you gonna do? Okay, so we completed this one entirely. One said we're not gonna do shit, but I did steal her statue.
So, can I interest you in anything today?
Your shop has a most unusual name.
Catchy, isn't it? In my youth, I was a fisherman. I had a beautiful ship named the Brawny Prawn. But the years have a way of creeping up on you. I ended up selling that ship to open this place. Seemed only fitting to name it after her. Well, changed it a bit, I suppose. If I had been smarter, I would have kept my boat. Coming to this city was a big mistake.
Alright, what's wrong with Riften?
The question is, what isn't wrong with Riften? This city's corrupt, rotten to the core. No one cares about anything except themselves, and how much coin they can make off the misery of others.
Maybe you should speak to the authorities.
Authorities? Have you been listening to what I said? They're all dirty. Every one of them. The only way to get things done in this city is to keep your head down and pay off the right people.
Alright. Tell me about the Thieves Guild. I assume it's going to be bad-mouthing them.
They used to be pretty feared around here. I mean, you'd whisper the name, and it'd send chills down your spine. Now, they're nothing more than ruffians and thugs, trying to pry a few extra coin from honest people. All it would take is a small force of guard to go into the Ratway and flush them out.
Speaking of...
What? Oh, it's one of you people. So Brynjolf doesn't even bother to show up himself anymore, eh? What's this message?
Okay, simple. You don't pay bad things. I'm gonna go with more. I think you know what it is.
You're gouging me for what little coin I make, and you can't even protect yourselves? Ridiculous.
We can protect ourselves, trust me. Although I'm not sure I can say that with any authority. I don't know what he's referring to.
Don't fool yourself. It's only a matter of time before you people are run out of Riften.
Okay, I've had enough of this.
Likewise. Now I have a lot to do, so I'm afraid you'll just have to leave.
Okay.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. Tell Brynjolf he'll just have to make do without my coin.
Okay, let's go to like 2, 3 in the morning. See if we can sneak in and smash his urn. Gonna assume that the door's locked. What are you doing?
Get away from me.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to leave. Tell Brynjolf you'll just have to be... my boy. Drifa? I was looking through our books and there's an entry for spices. Says we spent 300 septims. What is that?
Spices?
You sure? It was in your handwriting. If you can't keep the books straight, then let me do them.
Ah, yes. Spices. That was a special order for someone in Whiterun. Should be along any day now. Don't let it worry you, my dear.
You received this letter because you're a businessman in Riften who's sick and tired of being pushed around by the Blackbriar family and their cronies. You're sick of the Thieves Guild taking your last coin and always from your meager earnings. And you're sick of the corruption that runs through Mistvale. Mistvale keep like a disease. We are the Society of Mercantile Freedom in Riften. Behind you, wish to unify to fight our common enemies. Join us and together we will stand up and smash the injustice that's ruined this once fine city. If you're interested in becoming a part of our organization, simply mark your business with a white X and you'll be contacted by a representative. Okay. I assumed they would have left and went to sleep.
Svana, has that skooma-addled idiot Naluva paid her rent yet? Or does she have more excuses?
She said she'll have it soon. She still has her job at the meadery for now, so she'll be able to...
Why do you insist on defending that woman? All she does with her money is spend it on that dark elf garbage.
Just be patient, Aunt. She'll have it, I promise.
Please, don't take the statue. It's the only thing of value I have left.
Okay, so should I drop this statue down a well?
Not Lady Dibella. No! Please, I can't lose her! I get the message. Here, take your gold. I hope you choke on it.
Okay. Shit. Really close. All right.
I can't believe you're doing this. Stop!
This isn't happening.
Oh no. Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. Tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it.
Okay. I didn't really smash it because I was too weak, but okay, so we got all that down. Let's return that to what's his name? Alright, so I remember last time we were in here, I lowered a bridge. Which I think was just what I crossed there, so I just now need to... There we go.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive.
Alright, here's what they owed us.
Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful.
Okay. What's next?
Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit.
There's some more gold where that came from. I'm in.
That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood. The telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here.
Before we go, I have to ask.
What's on your mind?
Word is your outfit isn't doing well. True?
We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
Okay.
What gives with that case of Shadow Banish you sold me?
What do you mean? That wine tastes finer than anything Cirilli brothers ever made.
Sure, it tastes great. Only one problem. You said it would make the darkness as clear as day when you drink it. Guess what? It doesn't.
Am I responsible if the vintage was off on that case? Sorry, you know the rules, Mickle. No refunds.
Open the Ragged Flagon cistern. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, yes.
Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. You do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear?
All right, yes, I understand.
Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
You're not talking about Golden Glow, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work. If so, let her prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lass. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me.
All right, so how do I get my cut of the spoils?
Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor.
Okay. Tell me about the Golden Glow job.
Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouth wood elf named Arengoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house.
Okay, what's the catch?
The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did.
Okay, what's so special about these clients?
The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble.
What should I do about Arengoth?
Maven prefers that Arengoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up.
Okay. Any more details about Golden Glows? Are any to be had?
Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arengoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex, and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place.
Mercenaries? Not Riften guards? They seem to be on the take, so I feel like you could hire them.
Aye. Arengoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go.
Okay. How do I destroy the beehives? I assume it's going to be a torch or something?
They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke.
Why not level the entire estate?
I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits.
Maven Blackbriar is the influential client. I'm sort of piecing this together.
We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arengoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arengoth and bring in a huge payout.
So how dangerous is it to cross her?
Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
So, Thryn, you were abandoned, huh?
Yeah? What of it?
So, is it true bandits get, real friendly with the wild?
So, I need to talk to people about my armor. Speak to Vex about Golden Glow Estate. So where is Vex? Was Vex in...
If you're wondering, call me Viper the Fleet. Watch me outrun the town guard sometime.
It's on my armor.
I've been part of this guild for as long as Mercer's been guildmaster.
I've seen a lot of thieves come and go, but I've never seen anyone as good as me.
Okay.
Name's Rune. Yeah, Rune. Just like you're thinking. Have no idea what my birth name really is, and frankly I don't...
I'm... Someone needs pushing around. I'm the one they send in.
Oh, right. You can use these to practice. Right, okay. The main thing that I want, though, is to get back to the bar and see if that's where the other people are. Requires key. I'm guessing the armor is probably going to have some kind of stealth bonus. That's why I want to make sure.
Cornelia.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Why don't you just formally join up?
All eyes are on you, lass.
You could be out there making a heck of a lot more coin. We could use someone with your skills.
Yeah, thanks for the compliment.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
Speak quickly.
Okay. Don't need that.
Well, what the hell is Mercer gonna do?
So you're the new recruit, huh? I suppose that's yours now. Well, looks like you and I are gonna... I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again. For a small fee.
Fall into your lap.
Sure. How about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use.
Oh, okay. All right. Now, I thought there was a way to sort of make stuff I steal legit.
Well, you could always speak to Delvin or Vex if you're looking for extra work. Or if you're looking for training, we've got plenty of it down here. Delvin, Vex, Nirwin, and Viper can give you a leg up on that. I've got coin and I've got merchandise. Let's see what we can do.
I'm gonna hold on to that. I want to hold on to that. Let's unload that. Okay. Is there anything I want to buy, though? Miscellaneous... Oh, lockpicks. Potions. Solution of health. Apparel. Weapons. Oh, dwarven bow. So now the bow I have, like, helps me go invisible, but... that's not going to matter too much, I think. I want 700 gold for it, though. Yeah, let's load up on lockpicks.
Until next time.
Before we begin, I want to make two things perfectly clear. One, I'm the best infiltrator this rat hole of a guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And two, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses.
Okay, take it easy, alright.
Easy, huh? So, should I just hand you purses of coin, or are you gonna work to earn your keep? Let me give you a small bit of advice. Nothing in this line of work is easy. If it was, every dragon a Ratway would be robbing Rift and Blind. If something's being handed to you on a silver platter, then there's a catch. Steal the platter instead. You get it?
I'll keep that in mind.
Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business.
What sort of business?
I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here.
Any idea why?
Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck.
So, what can we do?
You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh?
Alright, I heard you ran into trouble at Golden Glow.
Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him.
Alright, any tips to get me in there?
Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded.
Okay. Oh, you know what? A while ago when I was trying to free that guy from captivity in the fort, I don't know which session it was. It was a couple sessions back, though. That might be the tunnel I was thinking of. I thought there was like a tunnel that would have gotten me in from the water. It might have been this tunnel that I was thinking of for Golden Glow. Let's see. Does the guild provide other services?
If you're ever in need of some quick coin for items you find on the job, Tanelia is the best fence around. And besides myself, Delvin, Niruin, and Vipper can help you with any sort of training you might need to sharpen your skills.
Okay, how will doing extra jobs help?
Are you kidding me? Ever since the guild's luck turned sour, we haven't had a coin to our name. And when the coin dried up, that's when people started to leave. We had the best of everything down here. The Ratway was a damn palace. The only way this place will ever return to its glory days is if we can finish these extra jobs and start the gold flowing again.
What were the glory days like?
The Flagon was once a city beneath the city. We had our own smith, our own alchemist, you name it. If we can make a name for ourselves in Skyrim once again, I can almost promise you those merchants would return. Best of all, we'd have enough gold to throw around so we could start living in the lap of luxury again.
Okay, I heard you're offering some extra work.
I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs.
All right, tell me about the burglary jobs.
Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary?
I'm in.
Here, just don't make me look like an ass in front of the guild and mess it up.
Okay, so we'll, start.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
This might not be the way I want to go, but, what I need to do, I need to learn how to get out the other door.
All eyes are on you, lass. Don't disappoint us.
The Ratway vaults. That's what I want, is the Ragged Flagon cistern. All right, let's head to Golden Glow, see if we can take down the beehives.
Have you heard? There's been another dragon attack. Kind's closed.
All right, so the question is now, is it a tunnel that goes under the... Or is it right there? All right, we're in. You know what? Let's try, Nice. All right. Got the 6 times damage. Okay, we've done... Okay, so I think we started 100, so I've done 3 rounds of health, because I'm doing it in groups of 4. I've only done 2 of stamina. Let's add 1 more to stamina. Yeah, I need Lightfoot. I'm trying to do silent roll. Okay. Okay, so I could get a bump to being harder to detect. I could... I don't know if I can get anything here. Archery, it's getting good. Can't do that. Steady hand could be something. What about power shot? Oh, but that's, or is it bullseye? One of them is not always the best. That's the paralyzed, because then they fall down. Okay. I'm gonna try Hunter's Discipline. Hold on to my ammo a little better. And what I should do is let's go to my inventory. Let's go to items, weapons. We're gonna replace our steel dagger. Let's unfavor that. And we have 2 choices. We can start filling up soul gems, or we can go with scorching for extra damage. Not by, well, it does do a chunk of extra damage. Let's start filling up some soul gems. So I'm gonna guess what happened was the skeever set off the tripwire that set the flame trap off, so. Oh shit. So close. All right. I'll bump in my pickpocketing, why not? So now let me go to my inventory. It's miscellaneous. That one's marked as empty, but I'm just curious if it's somehow filled with lesser souls. Okay, okay. So what I'm wondering is, Is it worth? Is it worth dual wielding? Because let me try that. I'm gonna try dual wielding the other. Okay, so how do I? Nope. How do I get the other one in my left hand? Let's. Can I do that actually? There we go. Okay, so what I think I want to do is I want to open with this because that will start the... if it dies quickly enough. Yep. Of course, at this point, it might be too late, so... Again, this is a little giving off the vibe of like an old school thief mission, which I love. Shit. There we go. Close. Nice. All right. The main thing I'm trying to do here it's less about stealing and more about... I don't know if there's like patrol patterns I need to worry about, but if there are, I'm just trying to get rooms open.
Huh? Huh?
Ooh. So, in some of these RPGs I've probably mentioned, probably came up more in Fable than some of the other ones. I tend to play quote-unquote good guys, but I still also tend to play thieves. I genuinely like stealth archers. I loot the whole place. So I can't tell what's...
That's the best you could do!
I'm not sure if I'm allowed to kill this guy. Well, everybody's gonna come kill me now, so I guess this isn't gonna work. Okay, let's load. I feel like he's he's onto us. Like he seemed to be in hiding. That's what was throwing me off. So let's see if, you know, I got somebody that chased me last time. Maybe that was enough to sound some kind of alarm. Okay, so let's see if I've got any potions to help with this. Thought I had a potion of pickpocket. Okay, it's 20% easier for 60 seconds. I don't have a great skill. It's only 29, so it's going to get me to like a coin flip almost. Is there anything else? Let's favor that. Invisibility for 30 seconds, that could help, I guess. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna close the door, not sure if that's gonna help. We're gonna do another save. I'm not doing quick saves here because I'm nervous I'm gonna screw it up. Okay, and here we go. Am I invisible or not? Okay. I don't know what happened with the invisibility. Let me try loading that real quick. Do I need to give it a chance to kick in? Does it not, I thought if I drank like a bunch of health potions, it counted. Yeah, I don't know why I'm not,
Whoop.
Okay. Okay, I need to take another break. So give me 1 sec and we will figure this out from here. All right. Okay. Second break is over. Yeah, let's load. I just don't know when I would have set off the alarms. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to drink this. Then I'm going to go for that.
Is something... Just die!
A lot of... Ooh, whoa, Dwarven dagger. That could be good as well. So, yeah, let's get that going. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. Let's add that to the favors, just to have it. Okay, so I got the cellar key, I've got the safe key, so I think what I need to do is make my way back down. Apparently closing the door maybe had the effect I wanted it to. It kept that guard from getting activated. shit. So close. There we go. I guess the chances of me pickpocketing 2 keys off of that guy was probably pretty low, even with the potion going.
Time to end this. Where are you? Gonna try now, huh?
Yep, that's...
Gods, no! I could do this all day!
You know what? You know what? You need the safe key, but do you need the... Little save scum. There we go. All right. I mean, yeah, I lose the other stuff, but like that dwarven dagger, but I get to keep my pride, maybe? I don't know. Nice, all right. So it's kind of tricky. I'm getting like 1 million phone calls. At the time of this recording, we're about to have an election in New Jersey for like a Governor Mickey Sherrill's, I guess, congressional seat. So about 1 million people decided they were going to run for it. And I don't know who's calling about that and who's not calling, so I don't pick up my phone. Google's pretty good about catching most of it for spam. Like I use Google Fi for my phone service. But I just don't always know. And I get a little... Because if it's not them trying to convince me to vote for one candidate or another, it's somebody who's trying to buy my house. Like, hey, you looking to sell? I'm like, nope. You looking to sell anytime soon? Nope. So after a while, it's just like, ugh, okay. And so I hope that if it's important, somebody will leave a message, but I'm just never 100% sure. But the thing with Mickey Sherrill's seat is, given sort of the layout of this congressional district, it's a pretty blue district. So it's a primary. So in some ways, whoever wins it is probably going to have the job for a while. So I get sort of scrapping for it. But So I can't tell. Can I get around? Yeah, usually, you know, I have family in Ohio, so that's always like a heavily contested. Oh, interesting. I could have set this guy on fire. It's heavily contested, so like the people I know that live there are always getting bombarded by political stuff, but it's not too common here. Okay, so we've done... What's this? Okay, we still need to get to the beehives, though, and take care of that.
Never should have come here.
Ah, shit. Alright, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just... Where am I trying to go before they kill me?
I'll see you in pieces.
This is what I trade for!
Okay, so I'm trying to get over here. A little cheesy, yeah. But again, like, that's what I was saying, like, just... These games are meant to be played. And, you know, this isn't a Souls game. This isn't, you know, these are meant to be a little lower friction, so... Now, can I get down and across?
Is someone there? What was that?
Okay. Oh, you know what I never did? I never changed my armor, which I think... Let's see what that does. I've got Elven whatever. Bracers of wielding. That could be useful. Okay. But what is the bracers? What are they? The gloves. Okay, and what do the gloves get me? Lockpicking? Yeah. Okay. It's pretty good armor. All right, let's take a little bit of a wider. Or Martin Sheen in Apocalypse Now coming out of the water. I'm kind of curious what this is.
Give them the dogs, boys! Now ain't this some you can't hide.
Okay, let me continue my obsession with Ninroot. Grab it off this island here. And then, yeah, let's see if we can infiltrate around. This is going poorly. Shit. Nope, didn't mean to do that. Okay, so I completely screwed that up a couple different ways. I didn't want to antagonize that fort, so let me first. Any other rings? Doesn't seem like it. Oh, shit. All right, do I have sparks? Will that do it? I have a scroll of fireball, but oh, flames, that'll do it. All right. Okay, let's... Ooh, can we... just jump right to the Thieves Guild? That'd be great.
I've seen a lot of thieves come and go, but I've never...
Word on the street is Golden Glow's been hit. Good job, lass.
All right, here's what's in the safe.
Let me take a look at what you found. Arengoth sold Golden Glow? What's that idiot thinking? He has no idea the extent of Maven's fury when she's been cut out of a deal. But I'm certain he'll find out. If only the parchment had the buyer's name instead of this odd symbol. Any idea what that might be?
No idea.
Blast. Well, I'll check my sources and speak to Mercer. But for now, you're off to speak to Maven Blackbriar. She asked for you by name.
Okay, I thought I did the job like you asked.
No. Nothing like that. You're calling on her for business.
Okay, what does Maven want from me?
That's between you and Maven, and I prefer to keep it that way. Don't worry about it. Maven's business dealings usually involve quite a bit of gold for her people.
All right, speaking of which...
Of course, your pay. You're smart as a whip, lass. Keep doing right by us, and there's plenty more where that came from.
Okay, 300 gold, nice. Loud and clear is done. Started dampened spirits.
Maven wants to see you right away. I suggest you head right over.
Okay.
How can the humble servant of Talos help you today?
Bee and Barb. Where am I actually going?
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat.
You look like someone who can hold their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
So you're the one. You don't look so impressive.
I'm the best at what I do.
Is that confidence I hear? Or is it arrogance?
Strange how often they're confused. You have to understand, it's been a long time since Brynjolf sent me anyone I can rely on.
Okay, you have no faith in the guild.
Faith? I don't have faith in anyone. All I care about is cause and effect. Did the job get done, and was it done correctly? There's no gray area.
Okay, let's see. You won't have that problem with me.
I hope not. This is an important job. I have a competitor called Honningbrew Meadery that I want to put out of business. I also want to know how they managed to get the place up and running so quickly.
Okay, where do I begin?
Head to the Bannered Mare in Whiterun and look for Malus Macius. He'll fill you in on all the details.
Okay, who runs the show at Honningbrew Meadery?
Some layabout named Sabjorn. Been a thorn in my side for the last few years now.
Sabjorn seems more than just a friendly competition.
Not a day goes by that I don't regret letting Sabjorn get as far as he did. In only a few short years, he's taken that bile he calls mead to market, and a chunk of my profits with it. I can't imagine where he found the gold to take it to market so quickly.
So get rid of him and he's no longer a threat.
Exactly. With Sabjorn in prison, his meadery will be forced to close. Then I swoop in and take over the place. No more competition.
Why strike now?
The Golden Glow estate job has undoubtedly interrupted the supply of honey I need to make my mead. Sabjorn could use this interruption to his advantage and collect a larger share of the market. I can't have that.
Okay, how'd you become allied with Thieves Guild? Oh, so I don't quite follow. The last job hurts her. Well, okay, maybe pressures her to work with us again? I don't know.
The Blackbriar family has always been allied with the Guild. Our connections with the Empire and within Skyrim make for a perfect fit. I dare say the Guild owes its survival as much to my family as it does to its own people.
Okay.
One more time, in case I wasn't clear. You butcher this job, and you will be sorry.
All right. I had an offer for a drinking competition downstairs. Let's give that a shot real quick since we're here. I don't know if that's...
If you're looking for a challenge, you've come to the right place. A few drinks, a few laughs, and a contest. What could be better? Ha! We'll see about that. This is a special brew. Very strong stuff. Let's get started. I'll start round one. Down the hatch. Your turn.
Here we go.
One down, my friend. One down.
I keep wondering somehow if these are rigged.
Another one for me. And how about you?
Second drink, easy enough.
So says you. I think I've hit my limit on these things. Tell you what, one more and you win the contest.
One more, no problem. Shh.
Wow, you've really done it. The staff is yours.
The hash grape.
You know, you're a fun person to drink with. I know this great little place where the wine flows like water. We should head there. Hey, you don't look so good.
Wake up. That's right. It's time to wake up, you drunken blasphemer.
Where am I?
Of course. You don't remember getting here. I'm guessing you also don't remember coming in here and blathering incoherently about marriage or a goat. Which means you don't remember losing your temper and throwing trash all over the temple.
Was a man named Sam with me?
Debella teaches love and compassion, but that doesn't mean we're just going to tell you what you want to know and let you walk away from this. Pick up your mess, then apologize. And if we think you're sincere, we'll consider lending you aid.
Okay, we need the following to repair the broken staff: Giant's Toe, Holy Water, a Graven Feather. I picked up 2 of those. Okay.
Talk to me again when you've cleaned up your mess.
Okay, tell me how that's fair.
Well, we can always use contributions. You were ranting when you got here, but most of it was slurred. You did say something about Rorikstead. Maybe you should take a look there.
Okay, completed help clean up the temple. Asked Sam about the staff in Rorikstead. Okay.
I'm sorry, the Temple of Dibella is closed. You can receive your blessing if you wish.
Oh, we're in Markath? Whoa, okay. Now this town... This town looks familiar. I remember a town sort of cut into the side of... but I don't think it was this. Kind of very hard to get around, that's what I remember. And Rorikstead, I do know we've been to on this run. There we go.
You've got a lot of nerve showing yourself in this town again. What do you have to say for yourself?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Is that so? Does the name Gleda ring a bell? The star beauty of my farm? Kidnapped by a drunk lout and sold to a giant? You better remember her right fast before I call the guards and have you hauled away.
Alright, that sounds pretty bad.
You're damn right it does. I'll never breed another prize-winning goat like Gleda. And don't you think of coming back to Rorikstead until you get her back from that giant.
Okay, let me try persuade. 1,000 gold's a lot.
You didn't seem to need either to sell Gleda to the giant in the first place. I think you'll figure it out.
Okay.
Fine, but I'll still be missing my Gleda. Doubt I'll ever have a prize-winning goat again. Most of what you said was gibberish, but you left a note. The only bit I could read was, after repaying Isolde in Whiterun.
Okay, and what did I say about the staff?
You said a whole lot of nonsense about selling Gleda to hire a priestess for some big event. There was a bit of talk about some staff you had in safekeeping. Never said where, but you sure didn't have it with you.
Okay. So is there no... Did I sort of pay my way out of trying to rescue the goat? Because I don't mind rescuing the goat as well, but, okay, so let's map over to Whiterun.
Skyrim. So, you're finally back. Look, I've been patient, but you still owe me.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot.
Oh, what's wrong? Did the engagement fall through? Look, how about we call it even, as long as you bring back the wedding ring? That's really a shame. I was so looking forward to the wedding. You said you'd have all the most interesting guests.
You know what I did with it?
You went right out to give it to your fiancée. Don't you even remember where you left her? And after you told me that sweet story of how you met in Witchmist Grove, I can see why she left you.
Bits and baubles for sale.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
In Skyrim.
Okay, what was the story about my fiancé?
How could you forget? It was the sweetest story I'd ever heard. You met at the full moon, under the biggest tree in Witchmist Grove, surrounded by fireflies. It was straight out of a storybook.
Okay, I just need to get at the wedding, please.
I'm sure your bride-to-be will tell you when and where the ceremony will be. If she still wants to marry you when you tell her you can't afford the ring.
Okay, again.
Decided to go through with it then. I know you couldn't have forgotten about your fiancée. You spoke of her so glowingly. I don't know much about Morvenskar, but it sounded like a lovely place for the ceremony. Congratulations.
Okay, head to Morvenskar. All right.
Farewell.
Let's play a game.
Okay.
What do you want to play?
Let's play tag.
Okay, you're it.
All right, tag somebody.
Blade and shadow, silence and death.
My
These
favorite
are my arts.
drinking buddy.
For a
Let's
modest
get some
fee,
mead.
I'll make great art for you. Walk always in shadows, so that you will see your foes before they see you.
Okay, now I got to keep away from her.
Fresh baked loaves, still warm from the oven.
Shiny trinkets.
You're it.
Oh no.
Spare a coin for a poor old beggar.
Orland Greymane himself.
Let's see if I can sell some.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, you look rather... Ah, so you're
Do I still
an
look sick?
alchemist, then.
I feel like... Well...
Come back anytime if you need
Gotta start making up for all the money I just, whoops, lost. Am I not able to leave without,
I'd trinkets, odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay, he's got 753 gold. Can I get rid of... Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad. Okay.
Do come back.
Bits and baubles.
A few seconds for my supper is all I ask.
If you wish to hunt with me, your feet need to be quick and your eyes quicker. You're someone who can get the finest weapons and armor.
Okay, so I might be able to unload... Okay.
Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
Okay. Let's see. Need to head to the north, following the road. I think there's mods, and this I might actually look into, that make the third-person perspective more dead center, set back a bit. Basically, a little more Souls-like. That would be wonderful. I should look into that. I'm pretty happy not modifying the crap out of the game so far. You know, I did obviously do a few things here and there, but I know I could have really gone much further. I wanted to see this for what it was, and two, I wasn't sure exactly what I was doing. Make sure this is where I want to go.
Hello? Who's there?
I haven't seen those before.
You dare fight a dungeon?
I'm going to enjoy killing you.
Keep forgetting that I don't set off traps, so people keep walking into it and taking care of themselves. So what I need to do is, let me go to my items, let me go to scrolls. Nope. I feel like I should have more than that, but maybe not. What would have happened if I let the other person win? Like, because clearly in my mind it was a trap, to get you to do all of this? At least in my, maybe I'm still misreading it, but I felt like he wanted you to get groggy so weird stuff could happen.
They drink all day and night. What do I do?
You
I
work,
work
the forge.
Magic, not weapons. I swear, they're making me do this for a laugh. At least I'm not dealing with the prisoners down below.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel.
What was that?
Do your worst.
Nope. Okay. Take that. Oh, is this like a full-blown... Interesting. Oh, again, yeah, this is stuff I need to get into. I need to figure out Adventurer's Backpack and Bedroll. Although, what's the difference? Okay. Now, is there something to upgrade my weapons? Oh, nice. I could... Okay. I don't have the stuff, but I gotta remember to do that. Okay.
Someone there.
No.
Teach you to mess
No
with me.
sign of him.
That is, I mean, I whiffed the shot. That was the first problem. Second problem, those were not...
Come on! Yeah!
Oh, shit. Nope.
That's the last of them.
Okay, so... Fire Wizard might need to be my main target, or I need to not shit the bed. I have anything else? Oh no, you're not dead? Shit. Shit. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I got to the spot on the floor, it didn't seem to matter.
What was that? Huh?
All right, a little bit more of a challenge.
And nothing.
Okay, so let me check my arrows because I feel like using ancient Nord arrows, damage 10. These do damage at 20. 12 still better than 10. What about steel? 10. Okay. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to equip these to try and one-shot some of the riffraff. So at least then when I'm just going toe to toe, I could use that trap. Oh good, I got it back. They were novice, okay.
Ah, the sweet smell of burnt flesh. Nothing better, really. They die too quickly. Maybe I'll try and hold off on the paralysis next time. Give me more of a moving target.
Can we put that in my right hand? Dagger souls in my left. See what happens.
Huh?
Nice. You know, now, that guy was named, but I feel like he was a piece of garbage, so I don't mind killing him, but I just wonder, was there more to it? Could I have done literally anything since it was a named character? But he seems downright awful, so okay. Not gonna sweat that too much. That one creeps me out. I forget that that one never stood up, so... I feel like this is taking me back out, and I don't want to do that yet. But, let me unbar this. I feel like I've done a pretty good job clearing out... Oh, shit. I couldn't tell. I'm seeing cold around me, so I couldn't tell if there was any more left. Oh, wait. Why am I using iron arrows? That's the first problem. Let me switch back to ebony. Nope. Did I do that? Okay.
you're here. I was beginning to think you might not make it.
It was quite a trip. Where are we?
I thought you might not remember your first trip here. You had a big night. I think you've definitely earned the staff.
I have all the things needed to repair it.
Oh, the Hagraven feather and so on. You can throw all those out. You see, I really just needed something to encourage you to go out into the world and spread merriment. Yes?
So why did you choose me?
Let's be honest here. I don't always think my decisions through, but you're going places. Maybe a little influence from your old Uncle Sanguine could help adjust your course a bit. Yeah. I don't owe you money, do I?
So all this was just a prank?
Just a prank? Just a prank? The Daedric Lord of Debauchery does not deal in mere pranks. This may have begun as a minor amusement, but it wasn't long before I realized you'd make a more interesting bearer of my not-quite-holy staff.
Thanks, I guess.
My pleasure. But I think it's time for you to go. No fun keeping you locked up in here with the staff.
Assume it's a weapon? Sanguine Rose summons a Dremora for 60 seconds. I do wish this game did what Souls games did, where it gave you a little bit of the backstory. Do I look normal? Okay. All right. Yeah, let's check our quests. Night to Remember is done. Okay. Okay, speak to Malus Macius. And is he outside of the city? Is that,
Heard they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire hunters or something in the old fort near Riften. Might consider joining up myself.
Okay, so where are we looking to go? Let's get a world map. At some point I need to figure out how to clear that, Okay, we're going back to Whiterun. You know what I might do? Let's call this a session. We're back here in Whiterun. Let's check in on our house. I don't know how much cash I have. 4,400 gold. Let's see if there's some things we can unload in our chest. And then, yeah, let's call this a session. I'm gonna store this. I'll store this. This I'd want to sell. Yeah, a lot of that stuff I want to sell. It's a lot of money. Yeah, that I want to keep. Scrolls, keep. food, whatever. Ingredients. I should mess with those. Books. I should store these. Okay. See, oh shit. See, that's what I'm nervous about. Well, maybe they won't let me store stuff that's... Oh, shit. Yeah, let me grab that bear pelt, I guess. Okay. So let's rest here. Get the bonuses. And then we'll pick it up from there. So yeah, this has been Black Lodge Trivia Night. I'm Art. This is continuing our run through Skyrim. Knocked out 2, I think, main story quests at the beginning. So that's my intention, is to try and do 1 every session. I don't know when, but yeah, during the session, my intention is to track down a story quest.
Want to play a game? What do you want to play? Okay, you stand right there and count to 10. No peeking.
Okay.
Ready? Go!
So, yeah, anyway, yeah, this has been really good. I really enjoyed this session. I got my ass kicked a couple times, and but I've been really enjoying this, and I'm glad to be making some progress in the Thieves Guild. This is the furthest I've ever gotten in the story by far. So, that's not that far into it. So it's been interesting to see where that goes. But yeah, thanks for everybody who checks this out. Again, we're Black Lodge Trivia Night. We're mostly a tabletop RPG actual play podcast. If you're watching this, you found our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe if this is your thing. Again, mostly we do tabletop RPGs. We've got a whole bunch of systems here on the channel. If you prefer audio versions of those or some of our discussion podcasts, just search for Black Lodge Trivia Night wherever you get your audio and we should show up. Otherwise, really appreciate everybody who checks this stuff out. Thanks again. I don't know what we'll have going on at the time this comes out. At the time of this recording, we've got some Blade Runner, maybe some Hostile Solo that's about to come out, and we'll go from there. So thanks again. Take care.